shot. Come on. Yeah!
Needs it.
All right, folks, welcome back. Got the Stepladder finals of the PWBA Spokane Regional ready to begin. Jason Thomas and Patrick Martinez going to bring it to you. Good afternoon, Patrick.
Hello. Hello, hello.
Opening match, Justyne Vukovich taking on Katelyn Simpson. And a lot of strikes in practice. And Justyne going to get us underway on the left lane here. Justyne averaged 227.75 for her 8 games. Just one game under 200 the whole day. I think that's the first time I've seen her miss the pocket.
I think I can definitely say the same. She has also been itching for a really good week out here on the PWBA. She's been throwing the ball phenomenally since last week in Stockton, and then I saw her, I believe, in the Greater Detroit Regional as well.
She had a great finish to the block today.
Yes.
258, 238, 248 her last 3 games. Got off to a little bit of a slow start, 216, 235, 198. So we'll have to see if she can figure out the right look on the fresh, but she looked pretty good in practice. Katelyn Simpson also got off to a little bit of a slower start, but she was just more kind of even all day. Consistent, 220, 216, 235, 255, 228, 235, 222, 221. So very consistent scores throughout the entire course. 35-foot oil pattern that the women are bowling on today. Pocket very easy to find. Just a matter of, can you carry?
Very nice shot by Katelyn there on the left lane. Another thing to notice is I think 18 is doing it. You see the 3-pin? There's a 17 that we were talking about earlier. But we want to be wary of that 3-pin since it's going to be the major cause of any 10 pins that are probably going to be left on these final matches. It's a little tight. Justyne going up here for her second frame. Really good shot off her hand. Creeps up just a little bit too early there.
It might have been a little bit of a reaction to that first shot that didn't get back.
Yeah, that one looked like it was a little bit more direct and up the lane. Goes for the count. And grabs a 2. Starting off 9 spare, 7-2. Katelyn starting off with a double.
I didn't see Katelyn miss the pocket the whole time during practice.
There we go, pretty good shot off her hand. good shot by Katelyn there. She's throwing the Rotogrip TNT. Looks like she threw on some fresher surface on it as well.
Katelyn's dogs, I haven't seen them today. I know they were here during qualifying at the National Tour stop, but not seeing the dogs. It's got a hook.
Yep.
Wow.
Pocket
It did hook, but it lost a lot of energy getting back to the pocket and leaves the 7-10, and that's just what Justyne needed to see to get herself back in this match.
Yes. Just got a little wide there.
All right, so Katelyn just takes the 1. If Justyne can get up here and throw a double, we'd have an even match.
It's got a hook. Leaves the 2-7.
Yeah, I think your point about the last shot being a little more up and at him made sense, because I think on that shot she felt like, don't do that again.
Yep.
And did the opposite. So she might need to move a little bit right and play off of that break point that she just threw on that shot.
Yeah, there's definitely some friction on the outside part of the lane that they can use. It's just a matter of, again, like we mentioned earlier, it's just about how you tackle it and going into it.
Big spare conversion here early.
Gets
perfectly done.
But you definitely want to be careful on how you get the ball to that friction. Square up a little bit too much, and then you have the situation where you're going through the face. But then there's also the situation where there's not enough players on the pair to be able to really break it down and be able to throw them left to right. Pretty good. Just a little bit of energy there.
I definitely think she needs to go a little right. I mean, that shot was very aggressive, and she's going to have a little bit of hold using that spot. And if she gets it right, like she did on lane 18, it'll pick up and hit the pocket. So.
Doesn't look like she really liked that one, but got there.
Yeah, I think the first couple of shots were a little in of where she was playing during practice. Now, she could have been trying to burn up a spot during practice, but they were all flush or high flush. And then the one shot she got a little right didn't hit very hard. Left the 7-10. Another good one there.
Yep. Double after that opening frame with the 7-10 is really good. Hopefully it's a good sign for her going into these next few frames. Justyne just needs to kind of keep the foot on the pedal to be able to kind of put some pressure on Katelyn here. See if she makes any adjustments off of that last shot on this lane.
Looks to me like she's making a ball change here.
Yeah, she was throwing a reality. Don't see reality track, no. Phase 2.
Yeah, I just think she needs to get further right.
Yep. Get into that friction on the outside power lane a little bit earlier. Yep. Went to phase 2. It has a little bit more shine to it as well. Pick up that spare ball.
That's a good eye rep. We mentioned it a little earlier that every now and then that 3-pin on lane 18 is just off a little to the left. And
Really close on that conversion.
not left enough for her to miss that spare. But 30-pin lead here for Katelyn Simpson. And Justyne's going to need to figure this situation out pretty quickly. Going back to the other ball here on lane 17. Little issue with the rack here on 18.
Yeah, but I think there's a pile up. You can kind of hear them bouncing around back there. Somebody mentioned in the chat as well. Rep. Back to the reality.
That was
good.
A nice one there.
Yeah, that was it.
Well, as you can see by the score, Katelyn, if she can throw a couple more strikes, going to be in the driver's seat to move on to match number 2.
Looks good overhand, a little bit right.
Oh man, that was good.
I feel like she got that one a little bit more left to right, and kind of see the consequence of giving it too much angle by that ring 10 there, especially on this right lane again where the 3-pin has been notoriously tighter in the rack.
Got to hook a little. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Wow. Okay. All of a sudden, we got a match. Max score for Katelyn now goes to 233. Justyne's max score 226. So another good shot there.
A lot better that shot. Kept a little bit better direction-wise.
All right, let's see if Justyne can figure this lane out. She's going back to the reality. See if she moves her feet a little right.
Looks like she might have. Just off of what I can see here.
It's got to hook a lot.
Hook. Ah.
Still not over, though. She can make this spare. Get another strike in the 9th frame.
Still has an opportunity to be able to have a chance going into the 10th frame.
Absolutely. She would still max out at 206. Katelyn would need a double at some point and stay clean the rest of the way to shut her out. So big shot coming up here in the 9th.
Looks good.
Yeah, she missed that one a little bit. It was good direction, but didn't quite catch it at the bottom.
Leaves a 2-8. Should be a pretty easy spare for most, but we shall see. It looks like she's going to opt to hook at it.
Yeah, spare here. Max score is 194. Katelyn would just need to stay clean the last 2 frames to wrap up this match. It's got a hook. Okay. All right, Katelyn, even though she's got 2 open frames, she has not missed the pocket the whole game. Another good one there.
Late call the 4-pin there.
And with that double, just going to need a couple of pins here in the 10th to lock this one up. Good count will do it. And 10's a really good count. So Katelyn Simpson going to move on to match number 2. She's going to face Mallory Clark, who we saw bowl 299 earlier today. In fact, both of the remaining finalists have bowled 299 today.
Yes, I remember. I was there. Up close and personal.
Some might say you messed it up for them. Who caused the 299?
Maybe. Bree Clemmer's sitting over there. She would have a solid word choice on my black cloud skills. She's been making the joke for the last week. Every single time you come over, can't strike. And then I leave, and then she has a 5-bagger.
Bowling fan, yep, the truck has already left for Vegas. Left last night.
This morning.
Oh, this morning.
Actually, before we got here.
Gotcha.
Like 4 or 5 in the morning, I think it was. That was scheduled for.
So another 220-ish game for Katelyn, 222 to be exact. She's just been kind of cruising along, shooting between 210 and 240 all day.
The cheating section. Here's somebody in the side over there. Spare ball up the middle. I've heard that a lot this week.
Okay, so it's a 4th place finish for Justyne Vukovich. She will pick up a $500 payday.
Yes.
And she'll move on to the Queens with some good confidence going and
yeah,
a little bit of extra cash.
gambling money.
Exactly.
Time to go to the casinos.
So a quick look at our final score. 222 to 194.
Great bowling by both women here.
Both Kerry Smith and Mallory, who's going to be bowling in this next match, will get some practice here on the championship pair. And we're ready to start match number 2. Katelyn Simpson going to get us underway. Let's see if she makes any moves after watching a good 5 minutes of practice. Mixes them up for a strike.
Yes, sir.
And I've noticed on that left lane she's had a little bit of a footing issue from time to time. Looks like she's sticking every now and then, but able to get through it for a good direction and light mixer strike to start.
Great shots to start for Mallory here. I believe she's throwing the Black Widow 2.0 hybrid. And hello to everybody that's tuning in for these final matches here. Again, at the PWBA Spokane Regional, if you didn't already know. We have Mallory Clark versus Katelyn Simpson, who was the number 3 seed, moving on to bowl Mallory here. Mallory going up for a second shot here in this game.
It's got a hook. Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Wow.
That was out there.
Wheel.
She said, I held my breath on that one. But I do like, when she does miss outside, it still hits the pocket. And when she throws it where she wants it, it's going through the pins really nicely.
Yeah, really, really well. I think it helps that she's throwing something that has a little bit more of a responsive cover on it, allowing the ball to still see it whenever it does get away from her a little bit. Katelyn on her third shot here. Her second shot.
Yeah, Katelyn has just been so smooth, and I think we've referenced it a couple of times today, just very consistent with her scoring. But I think her carry just hasn't been great. I think she's been hitting the pocket, owning the pocket basically the whole day, but she's leaving 10 pins here and there.
Yes.
Saw her leave a 7-10 in the last match. She was able to overcome. But I think at some point she's going to run into a big game here, and she's going to need a big one herself to keep advancing.
Absolutely. Oh.
Okay.
Late follow the 9 rolls it over with the 7-pin, I believe that was. Take a look back here on the replay on Bowl TV. It was the head pin that knocked over that 9.
It was not. It was the 2-pin.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh. If you don't say, I won't say.
The head pin actually goes right of the 9-pin on a high flush hit.
Learning with Jason.
Yes.
We're gonna have a whole segment on that.
We've had trivia questions in the chat about that, and I've won many bets.
All right, Mallory cleans up that 7-pin. Again, just got a little bit away from her, but it still reached the pocket. Again, one of those key things. I feel like having the right ball choices in your hands today was key to make sure that if it did get away from you, it's still recovered. And whenever you did throw it really well and right in the spot that you needed it to, it went through the pins even better than it looked. Goes up here for frame number 4. Really good off her hand. There it is. Again, got it more in the area that she was kind of throwing it earlier. All 10 back, it goes to the pins absolutely phenomenally. Great shot by Mallory.
She definitely stuck the landing on that one for sure. That's kind of the one where, you know, you have a board to your right, board to your left. She put it right down the middle. All right, let's see if Katelyn can keep the string going here. She's got a hook. And that's really the first time I've seen her miss the pocket in about an hour.
Yeah, it just looks like it got a little bit away from her at the bottom of the swing. You can see her making the hand gestures there that she didn't really catch at the bottom.
Yeah, because it wasn't really that far right.
No, it was kind of in the same line area that she was throwing them before. Again, just couldn't get it right at the bottom of the swing.
And this is a tricky spare on this short pattern. Just going to throw plastic at it. I think that's a smart move.
Yep,
Perfect.
there it is.
Absolutely
And
perfect.
coverage.
Such an easy spare to chop when they're hooking this much.
Absolutely.
All right, you see the scoreboard. Katelyn, 9-pin lead here. But Mallory's max score 279, Katelyn's 278. A lot of bowling left here in match number 2.
Goes. That looks like it was a little bit better off her hand.
Yeah, that was great.
All 10 back.
Great shot.
You can really tell because her ball changes direction as rotation-wise whenever she throws it really well off her hand. So you can see her ball turning sideways a little bit more as soon as it comes off her hand versus that last shot on the right lane where it looked like it was a little bit more forward rolling.
Okay, Mallory. I thought that was a really good shot,
Yeah.
and it went a little bit extra foot or two before it made the turn, but light mixer. Rep, this is an old Anvilane surface from the early 90s. Oh, look, Nick Hoagland's in the
Nicholas
chat.
Hoagland.
Just popping in.
Good old Nick. There we go. That looks pretty good.
Great
And
shot.
I'm back.
Game on.
Yes. Katelyn with a double here keeps it down to a 1-pin match. Anna lost her footing there at the foul line. She's looking down at the foul line. A little bit upset. Does the PWBA make a non-member join if they cash twice like the PBA does? I'm not sure of that. I see JT over there scrolling for the rules, so we will have that answer for you in a moment here, Skynet Ken. I do know that the rule on the PBA regional side is you cash twice and you can opt to not bowl for the rest of the year, or you join as a member. Cleans up the spare on the 610. But yeah, so on the men's side, it's cash twice, and don't bowl for the rest of the year again, or you join as a member. I know some opt out of joining as a member because it conflicts with other events that they bowl. Being a member limits you to certain events, and I know that's partially the same on the women's side now because there is a lot more professional women bowlers now. Yes, they have that rule. Sandy Charles confirms in the chat. Katelyn here. Looks like she lost her footing again here at the foul line. Got it a little bit fast off her hand. Barely gets there, leaving the 2-pin. Jason is over here to my left, looking through the rule book. sure he'll have it for us shortly. All right, let's see if Katelyn converts on this 2-pin now. Looking a lot better at the foul line. Spares it up, cleans it up. All right, this is where Mallory can really take advantage of these last couple frames from Katelyn and stay ahead here.
Quick look at the scoreboard here. There are quite a few little caveats to that rule, Patrick, so didn't want to say anything until I had it all down, but Mallory gets the strike.
Yes.
So the two cash rule does not apply to regionals or the Lucy doubles,
Okay.
the Queens, or the U.S. Women's Open.
All right.
And then if you bowl a Classic Series event and you cash in multiple events, it only counts as one cash.
Okay.
And then if you're a smart bowler and you defer your money to the smart account, you can cash as many times as you like.
All right. Mallory there gets a little bit more right to left off her hand, leaving the 4, 7, 10. I think I've seen one of these made today. If not, I saw also a 6, 7, 10 today made. So let's see if Mallory here can convert on this to kind of keep the pressure going. Looks pretty good. Oh, it was close.
She had it.
So close. Great shot by Katelyn there on the right lane. Looks like she was able to kind of figure out her footing issues there.
Okay. This game could go either way. Katelyn max score 247. Mallory's 244. 2 frames left.
Oh. Wheel.
10-pin goes late. It was a huge strike because now Katelyn can't be shut out. Whatever Mallory does here, Katelyn's going to have a chance to step up and win this match in the 10th. Hey, Dennis, no giveaways today. Sorry. We did give away 3 bowling balls last night.
Nice shot by Mallory here.
All right, here's the story. Mallory can shoot 244 with 3 strikes in the 10th. That would force Katelyn to get 2 strikes and 8 or better. It's got a hook.
Yep.
Nice.
There we go. Matrix, this is the semifinal match between Mallory Clark and Katelyn Simpson. Mallory needs the last 2 here in the 10th frame to be able to shoot 244, forcing Katelyn to get the first 2 and could count and to be able to shut her out. Looks good off her hand.
That was
All 10 back.
perfect.
Absolutely. Very solid shot here by Mallory. Another good shot there. Late, fall of the 10. Great game by Mallory. 244 to finish it off. Now it's all on to Katelyn here to be able to strike out for the win.
Yeah, we'll be giving away bowling balls. Well, I should say thank you to our gold partners who are providing bowling balls for us to give away all season long on the
Yes.
PWBA. Katelyn Simpson has to have this one.
That's the first one.
Great shot there. See the score. Katelyn striking 8 would give her 245. So got to have one more. That's in, but it holds and
Late, fall to 7.
wow. Somehow gets the 7 and the 10 to go late. Needs 8 pins or better.
Looks good.
Perfect.
Wow. 247 finish by Katelyn to win by 3 pins versus Mallory Clark. Great bowling to the both of them.
What a great match.
That was down to the wire, as the chat exclaims.
Quick look at the score. And that split in the 8th for Mallory was the difference. She almost made it too.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Here we go.
Looks like-
Katelyn gonna get us underway.
Yep. Looks like she's opting to stay in that same TNT that she's been throwing all along. She's had a really good look. Let's see if she can get this match started off hot. Looks good. Still is good.
I think the interesting thing to watch for here, Kerry Smith got out of the gate really fast. She
Yes.
shot 230, 299, 224, 257, and then kind of cruised the last 4 games. But what is her ball reaction going to be now that we're in the 3rd match on this pair? Is she going to have a 230 ball reaction, a 270 ball reaction, or a 2-0 ball reaction?
Looks pretty good. Awesome.
Looked like a 270 ball reaction right there.
Yeah, she's playing a little bit more right than Katelyn is, and anybody else, I feel like, today. And being a little bit more direct to the pocket, letting the ball and the cover itself do the work here. So, also definitely love that mindset. I've seen that ball thrown a lot lately. It's been a popular choice by the Brunswick staffers.
We gave one away last night.
Awesome. We should do some YouTube giveaways.
Okay.
Yeah? Ideas?
That's a good idea.
Melissa in the chat, 258 ball reaction. Prediction?
It's got a hook.
Yep.
It looks like she got a little ahead of it
Yep.
and missed it at the bottom. It was good direction, but didn't quite catch it all.
Gotta give it that little love touch at the bottom.
Hook.
Spare.
Okay.
Cleans it up. Looks good.
I'll tell you what, when a player sees their ball bumping that 10 out with regularity on that half pocket hit, they know they're going to shoot some big scores.
Absolutely.
You know, Katelyn's been half pocket like 4 out of the last 5 shots, and every one of them slapped the 10 out.
Yep. At the hook. And
She's
it
got the
there.
light mixer going too.
Yeah. She's got a great look right now. She's in the right zone with the right ball. Things are going the right way.
Better shot there.
Yep. Looks good upper hand.
Perfect.
Splitting the 8-9 almost perfectly there. That's beautiful shot by Kerry.
You could just see it right off her hand.
Yeah.
That last one just kind of, the one on 17 where she left the 2-8, just didn't look like she had it timed just right.
Right. Mr. 293, or Matt Russo as we like to call him. She has purple hammer ball reaction, he exclaims to me.
Mr. 293. That's great.
I'm so glad we made that viral. Got a little bit right there. Look back.
Yeah, she did
Last
catch
time.
that one off her hand.
Yeah.
Much better, but did get it right, and the ball burned up a lot of energy trying to get back to the pocket. And you know, the difference right now is when Katelyn's ball's hitting there in the pocket, she's getting the 10 out. Kerry's not, and that was my concern. That's it. I'm so glad Lauren got all 10. Lauren bowled 300 the other day here in this building during qualifying.
The first National Tour PWBA 300 of 2023 as well. Just telling JT, I was sweating. It needed to happen this week.
Yeah, not at the Queens.
Not the Queens, please. I mean, I would have been fine with either. Matt has seen me run around filming these 300 games on the men's tour. He knows what I mean.
Katelyn can jump out to a big lead with a couple strikes here.
Yes. Looks good off her hand.
Just a great
Great
aggressive shot.
Wow.
Right down the. If she had 3 boards to hit, she put that one right down the middle of the 3, and it was perfect off her hand. Another good shot there.
Yep.
And that's going to give Kerry a little bit of life. Oh, we saw Katelyn miss one of these earlier, but that one hangs on. She kind of gave it a little side eye. Ooh. Like, don't do it again. All right, so Kerry has been perfect on this lane so far. One more good shot here. Set her up to try to hit that left lane. I think the left lane, the key is to keep the ball in front of her and not miss it. Looks like another good shot there. Creeps just a bit high, but trips the 4. Double here cuts the lead to 19. And Kerry's max score still 260, so a lot can happen. She's got to figure out a way to strike on this left lane.
Looks good off her hand. Crept a little bit far right there, but it's still recovered. She gave it the right amount of touch there. So now she knows kind of what she needs to do to get it to still come back off of it.
I'd say watch out for the 10 pin on this rack here on 18. It's just a little off spot. See if Katelyn can hit the pocket and carry. Yeah, when you hit the 17.5 board, the pins could be a foot apart and they're still going to fall.
Yep. There we go.
Boy, that was almost a repeat of the last shot. That one gets the 10, the other one doesn't.
Yep. I think that's just going to come down to the racks. She has a phenomenal look. She's had it just throughout this whole entire stepladder final. Now it's up to Kerry to put some more pressure on her here. If she doubles, keeps it within 20 pins still. Looks good off her hand.
Yeah, I thought that was a pretty aggressive shot, and it just never picked up.
No, just kind of skid right through the middle part of the lane there.
Didn't look to me like she missed it either.
Not from here.
So, I don't know. That's not a great sign.
Cleans up on the 2-pin.
Max score now for Kerry, 239. Katelyn on a 239 pace.
There we go.
Well, it looks like Kerry's figured out that left lane.
Yes.
But at this point now, she's going to need a little help from Katelyn. Need her to stop striking at the very least. 2 more strikes here would basically lock it up. Wow.
Got a little heavy there at the back end of the lane.
Yeah, it just picked up a little early. Like she might have had the 7-9 up there for a second.
Yep. But should be a pretty simple spare conversion here on the 7-pin. Let's see, she's opting to shoot at it straight.
Could have definitely just as easily have struck.
Yep, absolutely.
But with the miss where it is in the game, she's going to need to find a way to throw another double if Kerry keeps striking.
All right, there we go. Cleans up on the 7-pin.
Another good shot. That one, as Earl Anthony used to say, comes in behind the head pin. Leaves a half pocket 10. Katelyn's able to convert. We did see her miss a 10 pin earlier, but if she's able to convert this, she'll control her own destiny. Okay. Here's the story. Katelyn Simpson, max score 247. Kerry Smith can go off the sheet for 239. That would force Katelyn to get a double.
Down to the wire once again.
But Kerry looked pretty solid on this lane the first couple of times, but in the 7th, looked like she threw a pretty good shot and left a 2 pin, so she's going to have to figure out how to get one more strike to set herself up for the 10th, otherwise this one's over. Got a handful there and gets back just enough to get the 7 out. And again, two strikes here in the 10th and good count. 9 or better. That'll force Katelyn to double. Perfect shot. I think that was her best shot of the game right there.
Absolutely. I can agree.
Okay, well that forces Katelyn at least to mark. Got a hook.
2-8.
I didn't think that was too bad off her hand, but it was just a little right, and it's in 2 of the last 3 shots have looked like that, not picked up. So with a spare 227, Katelyn's going to need a mark. Uh-oh. Well, that's not going to change things too much.
Yep.
226 for Kerry. And Katelyn's just going to need a mark here. quick look at the scoreboard. And a great shot there by Katelyn Simpson. And she is the champion here at the 2023 PWBA Spokane Regional.
To close it all out, Katelyn throwing her last shot here. Once again, phenomenal bowling by everybody today, especially these 4 women here that finished in the top 4.
Fans, how about a round of applause? Katelyn Simpson is your 2023 Spokane Regional Champion. Let me hear it for her. Let's go. Kerry Smith, great performance today, runner-up finish. Congratulations, Kerry. Great bowling today, second place today. A couple questions for you. First of all, that's some hardware for you. You can take that back. It is heavy. So this is your second regional title. What are your plans for the rest of the season?
This is the only one I'm bowling. I have a full-time job at home, so I'm thankful that I get to come bowl a little bit, but unfortunately, this is the only one.
Okay, great. Any more national stops?
This is the only one.
And I'm told to ask, where are the dogs?
They are back in the camp. They're sleeping.
All right, that's great. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, your 2023 PWBA Spokane Regional Champion, Katelyn Simpson. Congratulations.
All right, folks, there you go. I'm a little disappointed. I want to see Katelyn bowl more.
No, it'd be great. Does she know she's auto-seeded into the PWBA Regional Showdown?
Yeah, we'll have to tell that to her. Maybe we'll get her to come out of semi-retirement to come out and bowl that event in December. But yeah, I mean, I think what this shows you is there's just so many really great players throughout this country that can come out and compete. And you know, Katelyn's obviously one of them. She's made a show on the national tour in the past, and she's a 2-time regional champion now. And we're going to get to talk to her real quick. Katelyn.
Hi.
Hi. First off, congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm very happy to see you win again. Second regional title.
Thank you.
But I'm also very sad because you're not going to bowl anymore this year.
I know.
Why?
I know. It's hard. I have a full-time job, so I get to come out a little bit, but unfortunately I can't bowl all of them. This one's close to home, so I was able to make it work.
Okay. Well, we're glad to see you. Now, you do get an automatic spot in the PWBA Regional Showdown in December, so you plan to bowl that?
I'll make it work.
Okay, awesome. That's awesome. Okay, cool. So you said the dogs are out in the camper. They were here earlier this week. What was the rationale behind not bringing them inside today?
Well, Blake loves bowling a little bit too much, and so he's very loud, so didn't want him to bark at the most inopportune time and, distract somebody.
Although,
so.
If they bark when your opponent's up, that could actually give you an advantage.
Right. No, it's better to leave them.
Good.
Leave them out.
Well, that's very sportsmanlike of you. Okay, well, 2 regional titles now. You've made a show on the national tour. What are kind of some of your goals with your bowling career? I know you said you have a full-time job, but you want to win a national title. What are some of your upcoming goals?
Yeah, so I'm not actually a member anymore.
I saw that. Yeah, yeah.
I was.
It's okay. We still love you.
I was. I was a couple years ago. Not anymore. So yeah, like I said, I like to get out and compete and get the competitive juices flowing when I can, and it was great bowling out here with the ladies on the national stop, a couple days ago. But yeah, I mean, obviously would love to win, but also realistically know that I'm kind of limiting my chances if I only bowl like 1 or 2 stops every year.
Very true. But talk a little bit about this regional program. I know you bowled it early on when we first started it. Then it kind of we didn't do as many, and now we have a whole bunch. Talk a little bit about the opportunity just to bowl some more local tournaments for some of the players like yourself that have a full-time job.
Yeah, I think it's great. I mean, with it only being one day, I mean, on a Sunday, people who do have full-time jobs can come out and compete and bowl and get kind of a taste of the professional tournament without having to, actually compete against like what Tennille used to say, against all the sharks.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
So
yeah. You're one of the sharks too, though, I think.
Thanks. No, it's a great opportunity for them, for players, especially like local players who don't want to spend a ton of money to travel, and give them an opportunity.
Okay. All right. Well, congratulations again. Good luck with your work. Hope to see you I hope to see you sooner than December, but we'll definitely see you in December, I think.
Sounds good.
But yeah, congratulations once again.
Thank you so much.
Yep. That is Katelyn Simpson, our champion here at the 2023 PWBA Spokane Regional. And we will see her, I think, in December, hopefully sooner than that. But it was another great show today, Patrick, on Mother's Day.
That was a fun watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, folks, going to sign off for the day. Thank you guys so much for watching. Happy Mother's Day for Patrick, for Damon Sirocco, Gene Koenig here, the great staff at Lilac Lanes. We really appreciate the hospitality and hope to be back here again soon. But thanks again for watching. We really appreciate it. I want to thank the USBC Board of Directors, the BPAA and the BPA Board of Directors, the gold partners of the PWBA Tour, Kegel, Brunswick, Rotogrip, and Storm, for their all the great things that they do for bowling. And we will be doing bowling ball giveaways the rest of the season, so be sure to tune in for our events here on Bowl TV on the PWBA Tour. I'd also like to thank the athletes for putting on a great show for us here today and always. And but most importantly, I'd like to thank you guys in the Bowl TV community. Thanks so much for watching, and we will see you at the Queens starting next week on Wednesday. We'll have some coverage of the practice sessions, and then we'll have our Hall of Fame induction ceremony that night, and then competition gets underway Thursday from Samstown, historic Samstown, former tour sponsor for the PWBA. So we hope you tune in for that, and hope you have a great rest of your weekend, and we'll see you soon. Remember, on Bowl TV, bowling lives here. Good night, everybody.